So tell me a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm a first and foremost artist. I'm a pro fighter as well. I started off when I was about 17 years old. I dropped out of high school, Southwest High School, and I got it in when I was 17. I had a manager at the time that was trying to, I guess, work with the fans that I had. I built myself off of Facebook.
Okay.
And I had a really big fan base on Facebook, and then I believe at the time I had an ex who destroyed that for me because she hacked into my password, and that was all gone.
The jealousy, huh?
Yeah, so we had to do it from scratch. And then I don't know. After that,
Well, you got a clean slate, man. You know?
I had a clean slate. I got with a manager at the time. He tried to do what he could do for me, but it was always up and down with the music thing. And I was also doing fighting as well. I've always been into training, keeping myself fit. And then I got into professionally with Double Martinez.
Okay.
And he's really well known here in Miami for backyard street fights.
Mm-hmm.
He got me involved, and I kind of detoured from my music. But I don't know, music's number one, and now I'm with Masterminds Management. I couldn't be happier. We just got on Power 96. We're here now. So.
What came first, the music or the boxing? And you did say it was always the music, right?
Yeah, it was always the music. Music's always been like my love, my number one.
Okay.
As soon as I got into it. But it was always kidding around with a group of friends in high school and stuff. And then I got really serious when I was 17. I had to like make a young man decision in life, and whether I want to do I want to pursue music, or do I want to stay in high school. And I should have stayed in high school for a little longer, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad my path is where it's at right now.
Definitely, man. Tell me a little bit about what motivates you and who are your biggest influences, whether it's for the fighting or for the music.
What motivates me, I feel it's basically how I grew up. I didn't grow up in such a beautiful home in the sense of like my raising.
Okay.
So I think I motivate myself every day. You know, speaking positive. I'm very keen into speaking positive, and just a lot of influential people in the sense of like who's around me. I keep tight. I don't hang around too many people. I don't hang around like a group of guys.
Right. So you make sure whoever's in your circle and that's around you and feeding you is, on that positive tip.
Exactly.
Okay.
I feel like 5 positive people is better than 20 negative people.
Definitely.
So that's my motivation is myself, my niece is my little world. But besides that, my family, my father, I want to get him a car, soon. So.
Very cool.
Yeah. So besides that, who do I look up to in the music world? I take influence in the newcomers like Russ. I'm very in love with Ed Sheeran's style. A lot of people don't know that about me, but Ed Sheeran's like my number one idol.
Really?
Yeah. How come? I just think because he's so raw in his music, and the way he sings, and so much emotion, and he writes all this stuff, and it's just beautiful to me. I'm very in love with like music and the beautiful aspect. I don't really like the little do your dance, like I hate that. I hate it.
That hibbity hold music.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's
right.
cool nowadays.
There's a time and a place for it, right?
Yeah, there's a time and place for it. I think real music will last, at the end of the day. So.
And speaking of that, do you do your own songwriting and production? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, definitely. I don't do my production. Javi Dade does all my production right now.
Okay.
He's also in Masterminds Management.
Okay.
So we keep it in home. But I do write all my stuff. I never like ghostwriters. The management I had before this was very prone to telling me on how I should write and how I should dress myself and how I should look. I didn't like it very much, so.
Masterminds, keep that in mind.
Yeah. So Mastermind's doing a great job. I'm celebrating independence and just being myself and writing all my music myself. And
that's what it's all about, right? Being an
definitely.
artist, you want to be yourself and you want to create your own art and not have somebody give you that creative direction, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's important to take from people and then put it as one.
Right.
But I don't like that whole ghostwriting. it's cool for singers and stuff that can't write, but I could write.
But you could write?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about Need That, which is going to be the first song that we feature on our first music break. Tell me about what inspired you to write that and the production behind that.
Well, Need That was actually, part of it was, the part of idea was actually given to me by Javi Gade. And then I finished it off as soon as I heard the part of a hook. I kind of changed some words and I threw the verse down. It's basically about a girl that's getting mistreated by her man, and me coming through and telling her, look, this is what you need, you know. You need
the knight in shining armor, huh?
You need to stop that. Yeah.
So without further ado, I'm going to let you take the mic and introduce Need That for us.
Awesome. What up? This is Famez. You are now listening to Need That.
What is the best part about what you do, and on the other side, what is the most challenging thing about what you do, both music and sports?
For both, I think the best part is because I'm my own boss. I do got a boss who bothers me every day. But in the sense that I have a lot of freedom in my hands. You know, I could do what I like.
So the scheduling and things like that.
Yeah, I could basically schedule
what you want to do.
It's flexible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's flexible. Speaking in the music sense and in the boxing sense, we have to train in the morning, we have to train in the afternoon. So it's for like 2 hours, but besides that, we have like 12 hours, 24 hours, so we're good.
You can fit in a lot of stuff in that time, huh?
Yeah, we can fit a lot of stuff. I guess the most
challenging,
struggling part is seeing your success grow, but in such a slow movement. You know, like you see success, but it's slow.
It's slow.
Like let's say for boxing in that sense, like it's you're not gonna learn to throw 1, 2, 3 and then think you're the next.
That's it. You're done.
Mayweather.
Right.
Yeah. You know, so like you have to continue grinding, and if you stop grinding for a week, then you go back.
You're gonna set
you feel
yourself
like,
back.
Yeah, like I just started again, really. So I mean, it's a continuous grind.
Okay.
But then again, that also drives me. So it's a love-hate relationship with boxing. With music, it's the same thing. You know, you have your ups and downs in this industry. It's super hard to get into. So yeah.
What is your definition of success?
My definition of success. My definition of success, I mean, that's a good question.
There's no right or wrong answer, because success is different for everybody, but how do you see it in a nutshell?
I feel like I have done my job when my sister's eating good, when my father's eating good, you know, when my family's taken care of, and it's because of me. I feel like that's it. Like I hit success. Yeah,
awesome.
Definitely.
And what do you feel that you've improved on the most since you started in both industries?
Just my mindset. My mindset's a lot more positive. I'm speaking a lot more positive. I feel like everything that's coming to me this year has been because of last year, just speaking so positive and bringing that towards me. Yeah, I think that's it. My mindset, my work ethic has been
on point.
On point.
Okay. Do you fear anything?
Do I fear anything? I used to fear rejection, but now it's like in this industry, when speaking about music, I just want to be myself. You know, like I'm tired of making music for other people. I'm tired of wondering if people are gonna like it or not.
Right.
Like now I'm actually tuning into my voice and doing different things in songs that I've never done, and it's because like I'm finding myself as an artist. You know, I feel like we're always growing as artists, but now is when I truly find myself, when I truly have
you're embracing that.
Right, the capability to just like free myself. So my fear was rejection, but now
no more fears.
Yeah, there's no fears.
What do you think sets you apart from other fighters or from other musicians within the industries?
Fighters, I wouldn't say too much sets me apart. Everyone that does fight has the same goal in mind. You know, you have to wake up, you have to grind, you have to go to training, you have to sleep at what time you have to sleep at. So I mean, it's the same thing that you guys have to do.
Right.
It's all about your mindset. Like I said, like there's nothing that really sets me apart crazy when it comes to fighting. So I do what I gotta do, and I'll make sure whoever I fight, and when it comes to fight night, they're going down. You know, so that's it. So there's nothing that crazy sets me apart.
It's like go-getter attitude, huh?
Yeah. With music, what sets me apart, I'm just I'm ready for anything. I'm not taking no for an answer. This year, next year's best believe it's my year. You know, I'm not waiting on anybody anymore. I have an amazing team, and that I feel that's what sets me apart. My team is ready. It's not just me, and it's never just one person.
Right.
It's never just that artist. So my team is ready, and that's what sets me apart. Besides my sound, besides the look, besides the image, my team is ready.
And how do you apply both the sport and your music practices to one another? Is there one thing that kind of just helps you with the other, or not at all?
Mentally, working out every day, you know, with boxing it's just uplifting, and it kind of clears my mind when it comes to music. So when I do music, it's music time. When I do fighting, it's fighting time. And then, you know, like I have the craziest like inspiration to write. Like I could write at McDonald's or something.
Okay.
You know, like there's never a set time when I have to write. So
you just create on the spot. Maybe you're, you know, at the drive-through, and all of a sudden you get, you know, like some good idea. Okay, sounds good. What advice can you provide for any aspiring artists or other athletes out there?
Athletes, you just gotta wake the F up. You gotta wake up and you gotta grind. You gotta eat right. There's nothing. There's nothing to it. There's no talent when it comes to fighting. I don't believe there's talent. I believe there's hard work, there's dedication, and that's it. That's what sets you as an individual. You know, that's it. With music, it's the same thing, but I mean, like nowadays, stupid songs. Can I say stupid?
Yeah.
Stupid songs are coming out. Like
you don't even know what they're saying, right?
Yeah, like I don't know who these artists are. Lil Uzi Vert, like all these people. I call them out too. I don't care. Man, these artists.
And it's like they have instant fame and they didn't even work for it. You have no idea what they're saying on their tracks. Right. It's like, what's going on?
I'm not taking anything from it. I'm not a hater at all. I believe in, you know.
It's not hating or talking BS when it's the truth, though, you know.
Yeah, no. I would never put myself on the same stage with these people, ever. You know, it's not that like I'm hating. It's just I'm speaking my mind in the sense of like, man. I could if Getting On was singing ABC words, I would have been on like 2-3 years ago. You know, so it's garbage music nowadays. But to the people that are coming up, just continue to grind. Don't ever shy away from something. In a sense of like, oh, should I sing or should I not sing? Like, yo, do you? If you feel it, you feel it. That's what it is.
Awesome. So if you could have one dream fight, who would it be with and why? And also, if you had a dream musical collaboration, who would it be and why?
If I had one dream fight, it'll be probably in like 3 years when I'm ready. But it would probably be with Adrian Broner. Just because my girlfriend and I saw him at South Beach. Okay. And he's actually smaller than what I thought he was.
So it's not as intimidating as you thought?
No, I thought he was, but I mean, he was 4-time world champ. So Adrian Broner. And what was the second question? I'm sorry.
If you had any dream musical collaborations, who would it be with?
It would probably be at this moment, Ed Sheeran. Just because I've looked up to him for such a long time, and he's such like I believe he's an underrated artist. I'm not too familiar with people that know about his music, and since like they know about the radio or whatever, but not his real
right.
his music. So it'll be Ed Sheeran, and Russ too, man. Russ is like a huge inspiration on me, just because the way he speaks is so motivating, you know, and he's been, again, he says it all over his raps. Like I've been doing stuff for 10 years now, and now is when you finally hear of him. So Russ and Ed Sheeran, man.
Right. Yeah. What happened with Stitches?
Stitches. I would call him another name, but we can't say that. All right, so Stitches is gonna be short. I was cool with the guy. A lot of people think I wasn't cool with him. I was actually cool with him. He put me under his wing. You know, I can't take anything from anybody. I'm not a hater. I was cool with the guy. He pretended to see. A lot of people don't notice, but Stitches was actually on my stage when I was about 17, and I had the craziest hype. Okay. And he was like a nobody. He was Lil Phil and Kendall. So we were cool back then. And then when he popped off with Brick in Your Face, you know, I got in contact with him, and to make a long story short, we were super cool together. I was gonna be on the label, TMI and all that. But man, the guy's a shady dude, And one thing led to another. We worked on some business together, and my money wasn't right.
Okay.
He decided to take a little bit too much. He knows exactly what I'm talking about, and I just had to handle business. I'm nice looking on the outside, but when it comes to money, it's like.
Don't mess with Fame's money, everybody.
yeah. So that was that. Everybody saw what happened.
Okay.
If you see the dude in the streets, he's not intimidating. You know, like he might look intimidating, but he's softer than a teddy bear. So that's what it is.
We're gonna go ahead and take this next music break, but we're gonna start that off with "Used To." So tell me a little bit about "Used To."
Used to. Used to is basically a song which I'm sure everybody could be familiar with and
relate to.
It's basically a song. You're going back and forth with a lady, in my sense, you know. You're going back and forth with a lady.
Famez is like a ladies' man, right? Like that's where he gets all his inspiration from.
Yeah, so you're going back and forth with a girl, and you're just hitting each other up for intercourse. So.
All right. I thought you were taking it somewhere else, but.
Yeah, so you're just hitting each other up, and I'm just fed up, and I'm telling her like let's get to it. Let's stop these games, and that's what it is. That's used to.
All right. Tell me a little bit about what your typical day is like, and how you balance boxing, music, personal life, and everything else you got going on.
My typical day. Well, I gotta wake up in the morning at like 6 or 7, most probably like 6:30. I might be BSing you right now because I've been slacking. But besides that, a typical day would probably be wake up at 7 in the morning. We run about 2 to 4 miles. Come back.
You say we. Who's we?
We as a team.
Okay.
Yeah. We run, and then we maybe hit the bag a little bit. Come back to the house. And besides that, I mean, I'm free. I'm free throughout my whole day. So I really don't do
just whatever comes up.
Yeah, whatever comes up. Whether it's writing or something. But I'm usually always looking into like I said, like my inspirations and stuff, and seeing what they're about, and seeing, you know, like I like picking brains and stuff. I like the Discovery Channel and stuff like that.
Do you have any special training routine or special diet that you always stick to, or do you go through the drive-thru every now and then?
I go to the drive-thru like 5 times out of 7. You know.
So like, it's genetics, huh?
Yeah. No. When it's fight night, like when we have a fight coming up, then I am definitely on a strict diet.
Right.
It's like I tried juicing for my last diet. And it had me like dying for food. Okay. So I probably won't try that again. But besides that, it's all about greens and chicken. And then I have a beautiful girlfriend that she continues to cook. So
awesome.
We're good on that.
What can we expect from Famez in the near future, both in fighting and in music?
In fighting, I'm gonna take a few heads off. Don't know when. I believe my next fight's like in 2 months. I want to give myself time to prepare. I feel like my last fights were a little bit rushed.
Okay.
This time I wanna give myself time to prepare, get mentally there, get physically there. I want to see my body in like tremendous shape that I've never seen it before for my next fight.
Okay, so no more drive-through as of now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, maybe a week. And about the music, I'm taking over. That's it. We taking over. Masterminds is taking over. This year, next year, and every year after that. But definitely, I'm gonna plant my foot in the industry this year. That's 1,000%. I've been wanting to do this since I was 17. I've been, you know, grinding and then trying to find an outlet. And finally, I have my voice, and I have the team that lets me be who I want in that creative sense. You know, so this year, that's it. It's over.
So we're going to be expecting a lot from Famez in the near future, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Please provide everybody with your social media handles and websites and digital media platforms so we can make sure we stay tuned to you.
Yes, everything is under Official Famez. That's YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Official Famez. It's super simple. We're working on the website right now, but for everything else, YouTube and everything is under Official Famez.
Okay.
I have like a Official Famez Media, or basically like episode 1, episode 2, so people could see me personally. and know what I'm about. You know, I like the sense of a hardcore fan base. So if they know like what type of foods I like, and, you know, if they know what makes me sad,
they're gonna show up at a show with your special drive-through meal, huh?
I love sweet tea. I love sweet tea. But yeah, definitely.
All right, so I know that this is just the beginning for you, Famez, and like I said before, we definitely wish you the best with no matter what it is that your future holds. But how would you like people to remember you at the end of your career?
You know, I started this thing very selfish, in the sense of like, I wanted to do music to get like some popularity status, and then as soon as I got that, I ran with it. And I was just like a jumping bunny. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was 16, 17. I was in high school. I was a ladies' man, like a huge player.
Yeah, and at that age, it's kind of hard to process everything.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't know how to handle it, and the people that were handling me didn't know how to handle it as well. So, getting to your question, like, as I was growing, and as I am still growing, I'm only 22, but there was a show I did at some venue. I forgot what it was, but I saw like a disabled girl in the back, and like she was all the way back there, and there was like 2,000 girls. So I told her, yo, come on stage, you know? And I brought her on stage, and I made everybody say her name, and it was like the most touching thing ever. And I think after that day, everything with music changed. Like, I wanted to share my story, and I never did want to share my personal story. I've always wanted to like rap about women and but as soon as that day, everything changed. My whole mindset changed. So I feel at the end of my career, I just want people to say my name and be like, yo, that kid's touched so many people, and he's touched so many people through his story. And it may not be like the same as your story, you know. Of course, everybody has their different upbringings. But yeah, that's my main thing. I just want to inspire people with whatever they do.
So this next song that we're gonna feature on our last music break is Talk. So I want to know a little bit more about that song.
Talk. I'm the talk of my town. Talk is I actually wrote that like 3 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote that 3 days ago in my car.
At the drive-thru?
Probably not at the drive-thru. I was actually sitting in my car, and my neighbors were looking at me all weird because I like blast my music. But yeah, I was just cocky. Like, I was like, yo, this year's on. Like, this year is on. That's it.
Say something.
Yeah, this year's on. So I mean, I started with the chorus and just like, I'm the talk of my town. This whole song is basically me stating like, this video is gonna be insane too, you know. Like, that's it. I'm here. I'm finally here. I got my voice. I got everything going through. So that's it. I'm the talk of my town.
They're gonna say something, right? Might as well give them something to talk about, right?
If I'm not the talk of my town right now, I will be. So yeah.
So before we go, please let everybody know once again where they can find you on social media and digital platforms.
Yeah, you guys can find me at Official Famez. That's for everything. That's Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. I have a YouTube series, so you can go see my funny stuff.
Been through that, you said you need some love. I'm gonna prove that, I know that you